That's easy.
Here's the thing about manifesting your specific person. It doesn't actually have anything to do with them at all. Why? Because circumstances don't matter. But I'm going to go into this a lot more in this video. This video is going to be based on the course that I'm running right now in my coaching group on how to turn the tables and how to make opposite results into desired results. You need to know that no matter what is going on between you and your specific person right now, or your perception of it, that you can get him back and you can make him obsessed. You can do it fast and you can do it easy, because it is easy when you know what you're doing. So make sure that you watch this all the way until the end. And if you like this content, make sure that you subscribe, hit the bell button, and click all to receive all notifications, because I'm going live almost every single day on YouTube, and you're not going to get those notifications if you're not subscribed and hit the bell and hit all. Manifesting your specific person does not actually have to do with your specific person. Let me explain this. Okay, and if you think that it does, then you're in trouble. It's not going to work. So here's why. Because the person that you are going to be with, that you want to manifest being with, is not the person that exists right now. It's not the person that you're referencing and thinking about from this place right now of believing that you haven't manifested them yet. And actually, what ends up happening with people who are in dire situations in their relationships with their, you have your eye on a specific person, and instead of knowing that you're with them and they're obsessed with you and they're infatuated with you, instead of knowing all these things, every time that you think about them, you actually think about the fact that you're not together and all of the heartbreak and pain and trouble and drama, right? The reason why manifesting your specific person actually has nothing to do with them is because you need to create a new version of them completely and entirely. The version of them that you think about now needs to be null and void, never to be seen or heard from again. You're going to jump into a new and different parallel reality with a new version of them that probably looks the same, right? It might look the same, but I assure you, they are not the same. Not the same at all. And so this requires you to be able to put the version of them that you're aware of right now out of your mind completely. There's two ways to do this. Now, I used to only teach this one particular way. Well, I used to really emphasize this one particular way, which is by taking them out of the picture altogether. And I'll tell you if you need to do this or not. I'll explain it. The other alternative is that when you think about them, you have to only think about them purely and perfectly and specifically the way that you want them to show up. So if the end result that you want to manifest, or the version of them that is desirable to you, whatever those traits and qualities are, if you're not able to purely and perfectly immerse your mind in the focus, in that focus on them, then you're not going to be able to think about them and also manifest that desirable version. So if when you're thinking about them, it triggers the thoughts of the undesirable version, and if you feel like that's not changeable and that's not fixable for you, if you're unable to change that, then you have to not think about them at all. And it really, really helps. What am I saying? It doesn't really help. It's 100% needed for you to really understand the way that manifesting is working in general without having to be addicted to thinking about how it's affecting your situation with your specific person. Because the more that you feel like you need to think about them and you cannot stop thinking about them, and the more that you're afraid that if you stop thinking about them that you're not going to get them somehow, the more that you're demonstrating a vibration of lack. And the more that you do that, the more that you're practicing lack, which means you're manifesting more of not getting them, not having them, and not having the situation with them that you want. So you want to get them back and you want to make them obsessed with you. Okay, I'm running a course right now in my coaching group that's called Turn the Tables. So that's the theme right now, and it's all about how to change undesirable results, or like, let's say that you get opposite results. Everybody here watching this has got some sort of opposite results. You got opposite results. Okay, how do you change that into desirable results? How do you turn the tables with your specific person? In Turn the Tables Seminar 1 in my coaching group, I covered how to hone confidence in order to turn the tables. What I'm going to tell you today is going to be about a most basic, foundational, important, pivotal, vital part that you need to have if you want to be able to focus on your specific person purely and perfectly so that you can manifest the desirable version of them that you want. Most people are not able to achieve this. Here is what you do if you cannot achieve this. And if you could already achieve this, you probably wouldn't be watching this. So if you can't think about your specific person purely and perfectly in the way that you want, sounds like a tall order, but it's not so much. It's not. Here's what you need to do. Now, like I said, this is completely essential, completely really, really, really important. No matter how boring or cliche it sounds, if you don't accomplish this, you will not be able to gain control of your thoughts to deliberately manifest at all. That means no point and click, no deliberate manifestation, no magic wand, nothing. People who can do that have to be able to do this first. Control your thoughts. How? I'm going to tell you exactly how. Train yourself to be able to exist without actually having to be plagued by your constant thoughts and feelings and emotions and vibrations, energy, whatever word that you want to put on that. Okay, somebody asked me the other day if like energy and vibration is the same. Like, yeah, it's the same. Just different words for the same thing. If you cannot get to a place where your mind is not thinking you, where the monkey mind is not disturbing you and interrupting you, if you cannot get to a place where you're not plagued by disturbing emotions, distracting emotions, right? If you can't get to a place where you're not suffering from anxiety or a feeling of urgency or a feeling of lack or a feeling of worry, then you're not going to be able to create that clean slate that you need in order to create the new reality. When you're able to accomplish this skill, now like a lot of people accomplish this through meditation, right? And essentially, if I tell you that you need to be able to just practice being in this place where you're simply being and nothing is happening, no thoughts are coming up, no emotions are plaguing you, you're just feeling into the serenity of beingness. Sounds really spiritual and stuff. It's just, this is all manifesting. Manifesting is all about control, deliberate control of your thoughts, your state, your emotions. And so I have people message me all the time, every single day on like, okay, like, should I visualize like this, or should I think like that, or this thought comes up, or this is bothering me, circumstances are bothering me, or I'm not able to visualize this, or I'm not able to, whatever, affirm that, or meditate here, there, or the other, or this is not working. If it's not working, you haven't done this step yet, because this step allows you to do the things that work in the way that works. And then you'll be able to get him back. Why? Because you'll be able to think of yourself as the person who is already back with him. And then you'll be able to make him obsessed. Why? Because you will have the stillness and the clarity to be able to think of yourself as the person that he is obsessed with. That is a skill that you must hone and cultivate within yourself. The ability to think in the way that you want to think and live as if your wish is already fulfilled. To live as if it's already done. To know that it's already done. To feel that it's already done. And to live as if it's already done on a moment-to-moment basis. Being able to think in the way that you want to think requires you to hone more control. And you have to start with a baseline. Once you accomplish this, the rest will be easy breezy because you have no distraction, no interruption. When you're trying to implement manifesting tactics and you can't, it's because the momentum of previous ways that you've been practicing your thinking and emotional patterns is interrupting you. Every time that you want to get into your end, you're like, oh yes, it's already done, and how does that feel for us to be together, and how does it feel? Like, let me see if I can imagine that reality. And it's like, nope, because this is what's going on right now. No, remember what he said last week. No, remember what's going on there. Remember that, blah, blah, blah. Remember this. And it's like, oh no, I can't make this happen. And here's all the reasons why I can't make this happen. I can't even find peace. I can't stop thinking about this. I'm plagued by this. Gee, why can't I get into my end and feel it real and stay there and live as if it's already done? It's because you haven't trained yourself to not interrupt your own practice. If you want to get him back and you want to make him obsessed with you in a good way, you want him to love you, you want him to adore you, you just want to have like a mutually satisfying, harmonious existence together, right? You just want to love being together, have a relationship, whatever it is that you want. You can't overlook this step. It has nothing to do with them. When you think about them, you're going to bring in the old version that you don't want. So leave that version out of it and train yourself until you're able to only include the ideal version that you want. If you like information like this, if you want more videos like this, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, click all, click the bell button, click all, so that you know every time that I'm coming out with a new video, and so you can join me most days of the week when I go live. Also, if you want the full enchilada and all my courses on manifesting your specific person, I go live every single Sunday. 12 p.m. EST is the new time. Right now I'm running a course on turning the tables. You can join live. So I'm going to have that link in the pinned comment below. 12 p.m. EST on Sunday, turning the tables. Be there. I will see you there. Love you.
That was easy.